Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Today, I'm going to talk about obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. Did not Eminem do a song, or in his lyrics, he mentioned about his OCD? A lot of people have OCD, and I'm one of them. Now, I'm not going to give you the textbook definition of what OCD is. Are you wondering where I'm at? I'm inside the library. This is my little hangout. I'm not the type of person like that washes my hands 100 times a day. That's not all OCD people do. It's that obsession, that compulsion that you have to do something over and over again. Like, I'll describe it from my personal experience with it. Like, for instance, the couch pillows. Now, if the couch pillows weren't in a certain order or in a certain way on the couch, that would bother me. If one of my young children, back when I was in my 30s, kicked a pillow off the couch or moved a pillow on the couch, that would really upset me. See, I would have to have the pillows be in a certain position on the couch and never stray from that position. That's OCD. I'm a very obsessive person too. Like, I'll obsess about something in my mind, and then I won't be able to get that off of my mind. Have you ever had an obsessive thought? A thought that you don't necessarily want to have, but nonetheless, it still is there in your mind, and you can't think about anything else, even if you try, and it's just taking over you, taking over your life. It could be an obsession about a person, which I always have when I get infatuated with an older man, or an obsessive thought about what you're going to do, what you're going to do next. My brain damaged son has obsessive thoughts where he loop around what he's going to do, and he'll keep saying it over and over like a tape recorder. Like, he'll say, like, for instance, I'll just give you an example. He wants a cookie. Then he'll say, I want a cookie, give me a cookie, I want a cookie. And then he'll loop that over and over and over again, being like obsessive about it, and he can't get it off his mind. Even if he already had like 5 cookies, or we tell him you're going to have a cookie after dinner or whatever, he just can't get that out of his head. He'll talk about, I just use that as an example, but he'll talk about it like for 5 hours. Really, it'd drive you batty. But that's how it is for me too. You can't get a thought. I can't get a thought out of my mind, and it's taking control of me. Whether it's like someone who's hurt me, and I can't get that out of my mind. I'm obsessed with that hurt that they did to me, or whether it's even pleasant things. Like, for instance, I'm getting family portraits taken, and I got the tracking number, right? They're supposed to arrive by 3-day FedEx on Thursday. Do you know how many times I went to the site and looked up? I put in the tracking number, and I looked up, like, the status of the package, and it hasn't changed at all. And my obsessiveness is like every couple of minutes, I keep checking and keep checking and keep checking, and my husband's yelling at me, are you still checking that? You're only supposed to check that once a day. And, I thought I saw it change. It said like, oh, it shipped, and I got all excited, and then, I showed my husband. He goes, oh, that was just a glitch. It didn't ship. And then I keep checking it every minute. That's not right. That's my OCD in play, right? I have to keep checking that over and over and over, like it's going to change in 1 minute, right? And even if it did change in 1 minute, if I waited like, a couple hours later, I'd still get the information of where it went, right? I don't have to keep like, but that's how it is. And it kind of like takes over your life. I never was diagnosed with it because a lot of these shrinks, they don't know the half of the shit I have, right? They diagnosed me with, borderline personality, with post-traumatic stress disorder, with anxiety, but no one's ever diagnosed me with OCD, and also, what's the other thing? Attention deficit disorder. But I never was diagnosed, so I diagnosed myself as OCD. So yeah, I said obsessive thoughts that take over you, obsessive actions like getting the pillows on the couch just right and it can't be moved, and you become obsessed with that. I mean, a lot of people keep washing their hands over and over. I know that's like a common thing that they mention in the textbooks, right? If you look it up, they'll mention that. I take baths twice a day, once, like late morning and then once early evening. That's obsessive, right? Like, I don't need to take 2 baths. Like, it's the winter time now, right? I didn't go to the beach. I didn't exercise. Well, I do exercise, but I take a bath after I exercise. But then I take another bath, right? Before I go to bed. So that's 2 baths a day, no matter what. In the winter, when you don't sweat, like being out in the sun all day, or I didn't work out or do anything strenuous. There's no need for me to take a second bath. But it relaxes me anyway. So I don't think some of the obsessive things, don't really get in the way of your life, but a lot of other things do, like getting upset with my sons when I was in my 30s if they moved the pillow or on the couch because it wasn't like perfectly lined up or something like that. Just recently that I had to keep, checking that, tracking that delivery and seeing if that went out yet. I mean, like every minute, like I'm on the computer, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a little wacky, don't you think? And obsessive thoughts too, especially about people or people that hurt me, people that, I have infatuations with, I can't get out of my head. I can remember things people said to me like 40 years ago. Isn't that crazy? I can obsess about a fight I had with someone or what someone said that hurt me, and that just plays in my head like a tape recorder over and over and over again. I can't get it out of my head. I mean, I can try to distract myself and get, do other things, and I think that's helpful if you have OCD, distraction. Like, yeah, you see now I'm doing this video, so I'm not tracking my pictures, my portrait pictures. I'm not on my computer tracking that right now because here I am at the library doing a video for you about OCD instead of OCDing myself. Yeah, but keeping busy, distracting yourself. If something's on your mind, that's kind of hard, isn't it? If what a person said is on your mind and you play that over and over in your head, I find that's very hard for me, even when I'm busy doing something else, to think about, just not being able to think about that. If someone hurt me, or if I'm obsessing about like a man that I'm infatuated with, that's kind of hard. Even when I do other things, I'll still have that in the back of my head. I can't get that out of my head. The thoughts consume me, and even when I'm busy doing something else, no matter what that is, except reading. I think reading is a good distraction if you want to get someone out of your head, because when I'm reading, I'm like, I'm involved in the story, so it's hard to, because I'm concentrating on that. It's kind of hard to have all the other thoughts. I can only keep so much up here. I'm walking around the library because people think, she wacky? What is she doing with that? With her phone, talking in her phone. But yeah, obsessive compulsive disorder. It can take over your life if you let it. But you gotta keep trying to, distract yourself and do other things so you're not just, and try not to let little things bother you. I know. Try, right? Try, like those pillows on the couch. Or, if like an ornament, like if the cat kicks an ornament off the tree, I'll get upset. Or if I see like spaces, it's an artificial tree, okay? But if I sit down on the couch and I see spaces, and the tree needs to be like fluffed out, or move a branch or something so it looks better. Yeah, that's hard. I gotta get off the couch and I gotta do that. I think someone's following me. Yeah, someone was following me. Can you believe that? I got rid of them. I am in the library, but I don't think it's a crime to be doing a YouTube video here, do you? Yeah, but they were following me. It's like I'm going this way, they're going that way. I'm going this way, they're following me this way. And I don't know. They might think I'm some crazy person just talking to myself. But anyway, I think I'll wrap that up just in case they come over here and say, "What are you doing?" Okay, enough for OCD. Until next time, I hope you're enjoying these videos. Take care now. Bye-bye.